The current war in the Gaza Strip between Israel and Hamas is covered in this video. Israel wants to take Hamas out of the region, but it will be difficult to form a legitimate government for Gaza. The video delves into the intricacies of the situation, encompassing skepticism over the efficacy of the Palestinian Authority, apprehensions from neighboring nations such as Jordan, and deliberations regarding the probable succession to Gaza in the event of a Hamas defeat. It also discusses Iran's position on the crisis and how the circumstances could encourage radicalization throughout the Middle East. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to our channel. Israel-Hamas war. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel declares that his nation would never again permit Hamas to control the region as it continues its military campaign in the Gaza Strip. Herein is Israel's dilemma. Nobody else wishes to govern the Gaza Strip at the moment. According to Amidror, a former Israeli general and national security advisor, Israel's immediate goal of eliminating Hamas is a significant military challenge that will probably take 2 to 6 months. The now military expert Amidror works at the Jerusalem Institute for Strategy and Security. "We will not allow an organization to be on the other side of the fence with capabilities to attack the civilians and to launch rockets into Israel," he declared. Israel began its ground campaign on October 27, and since then, its forces have quickly surrounded Gaza City, the major urban area, and seized control of much of northern Gaza. But perhaps the easiest thing will be seizing total control of the area. The more difficult task might be finding someone to take over as Gaza's leader who is both willing and capable. Israel insists it doesn't want to remain in Gaza for long. After over 40 years, Israel evacuated all of its settlers and forces from Gaza in 2005. As many current Israeli leaders have also indicated, Amidror expressed the opinion that there is no appetite for another prolonged stay. Although it is regarded as weak and ineffectual, the Palestinian Authority is ostensibly in charge of the Palestinians in the West Bank. Gaza was ruled by the PA as well. According to US Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Gaza might eventually see the restoration of a revitalized Palestinian Authority. However, Mizrahi stated that at this time, that appears unreal. "I'm not sure that the Palestinian Authority will want to come after Israel," she stated. Jordan doubts Israel can destroy Hamas as Gaza war rages. The foreign minister of Jordan expressed skepticism on Saturday on Israel's ability to completely destroy Hamas through its intense shelling and invasion of the Gaza Strip, which has long been controlled by the Palestinian Islamist movement. Israel declares its intention to destroy Hamas. "There are a lot of military personnel here, but I'm not sure how this goal can be accomplished," Ayman Safadi remarked during Bahrain's annual ISS Manama Dialogue Security Conference. After Hamas launched a deadly cross-border assault on Israeli communities on October 7, Israel swore to eradicate the organization. Israel has taken control of the enclave's north, blasted most of Gaza City to ruins, and now it is focusing on intensifying its attacks on Hamas in the south. Most of the casualties on both sides have been civilians. 1,200 Israelis were killed in Hamas's attack, and nearly 12,000 in Gaza. At the meeting, regional power Saudi Arabia demanded an immediate cessation of hostilities between Israel and Hamas. "Every day, we witness civilian deaths. And that has to stop today, not tomorrow," stated Prince Faisal bin Farhan, the foreign minister of Saudi Arabia. Any truce before the release of its 240 prisoners, who were kidnapped by Hamas on October 7, has been rejected by Israel. Hamas has promised to fight Israel for a very long time. Who could run Gaza after war? The current situation, according to former Saudi intelligence chief Prince Turki al-Faisal, was the result of a protracted inability to resolve the Arab-Israeli dispute. We have to acknowledge that war is also a sign of the international community's political and diplomatic breakdown. We have all failed to find a solution to this issue, he stated. And the responsibility falls on all of us to find a solution. Israel's bombardment of Gaza has sparked concerns among international, regional, and UN authorities about who would lead the small, heavily populated region in the event that Hamas loses the enclave it has controlled for 16 years. After the Israel-Hamas conflict ends, only the Palestinian Authority, the organization supported by the West and enjoying limited autonomy in the Israeli-occupied West Bank, could rule Gaza, according to European Union foreign policy leader Josep Borrell. Hamas is no longer able to control Gaza, Borrell stated at the yearly Manama Dialogue on Foreign and Security Affairs. Thus, who will rule over Gaza? I believe that only the Palestinian Authority is capable of doing it. Mahmoud Abbas, the president of Palestine, has stated that if a comprehensive political solution were to be reached that included steps towards Palestinian statehood on territories Israel has occupied since 1967, and included the West Bank, the Palestinian Authority might be involved in running Gaza. Since 2014, Israeli-Palestinian peace negotiations have been on hold. Hardline religious nationalists now control Israel, and the Palestinian Authority is extremely unpopular among Palestinians who view it primarily as a corrupt security subcontractor for Israel. Following a brief civil war with Abbas Fatah Party in 2007, Hamas emerged victorious in Gaza and now has a strong hold on the territory, controlling political, social, and humanitarian organizations. Years of peace negotiations between the adversaries produced no results that would allow the Palestinian Authority to take back control of Gaza. A top official from the United Arab Emirates, which in 2020 achieved a normalization agreement with Israel through US mediation, said that an extended Gaza conflict might lead to radicalization throughout the Middle East. Anwar Gargash, the president of the United Arab Emirates diplomatic advisor, stated, "I think we have to be very, very careful. The longer the crisis takes, the more danger we have of the crisis spiraling out of control. Hamas and other Islamists are viewed as a danger to the stability of the Middle East and abroad by the UAE and other conservative Gulf Arab regimes that produce oil. Iran does not want Israel-Hamas conflict to spread." Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Amir-Abdollahian stated that his country does not want conflict to spread out in response to the October 7 attack on Israel by Hamas militants, which resulted in the deaths of at least 1,400 people, the majority of whom were civilians. Since then, Israel has launched airstrikes on the Gaza Strip and started grand operations in an effort to eliminate Hamas, an Islamist organization supported by Iran, and free the more than 200 Israelis who were kidnapped and taken to Gaza. The US has claimed that Iran was aware that Hamas was organizing operations against Israel, although preliminary US intelligence reports suggested that some Iranian officials were taken aback by the attack, which occurred on the worst day in Israel's 75-year history. Amir-Abdollahian accusations are baseless, explicitly linking Iran to the attacks. Political media and international support for Palestine have long existed. He stated, "We have never refuted this. This is the reality. However, neither my government nor any portion of my country had anything to do with the data pertaining to this Al-Aqsa Storm operation involving Iran or Hamas. In the last week, forces backed by Iran have assaulted US and coalition forces at least 19 times in Syria and Iraq. If US interests are targeted," Amir-Abdollahian said, "associating Iran with any incident in the region without presenting evidence is totally wrong. He claimed that the locals were furious and that they are not receiving orders from us. Their actions are motivated by self-interest. Furthermore, everything that occurred and was done by Hamas was entirely Palestinian. The US informed the UN on Tuesday that it has no desire for war with Iran. Yet, Secretary of State Antony Blinken issued a dire warning, saying that Washington would strike back hard and quickly if Iran or its allies attacked US people anywhere in the world. That's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comment section below. And make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.